Hey y'all, come on in, tap the screen, share the live, 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 tap, 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 tippity tip, tip, tap, tap, tap the screen and share the live. Hey, tap the screen and share the live. Also, get us up to our first 10,000 taps and 50 shares so we can get ahead and get into it. Okay, let's do it. Tap the screen and share the live. Hey, tap the screen and share the live. Tap the screen and share the live. Hey, hey. Okay. Hey, Missy. Hey, I see you. That's a cute name. I see you. Hey, Nina. What's going on, my love? Hey, is it the Ark and Covenant Beauty? Ooh. Okay. I like that. Ooh. Can everybody hear me okay? If y'all can hear me okay, give me the number one. Give me the number one if everybody can hear me okay. Barbie, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. One, okay, okay. We got a one. Are we gonna get some more ones? I don't know. Okay. But we got our first one. Oh, we got a second one. Nina, thank you for the heart me, baby doll. Appreciate that so much. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Just a girl in her books. Thank you for my number one. I appreciate that. Boop. Decline. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now I need y'all to give me housekeeping because I need to test my delay. That's all right. One. Housekeeping. So I can test my delay. Let's see. Let's see. Thank you. Okay, it looks like I only have like about a 6 second delay, so that's not too bad today. I see you. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Okay, now housekeeping number one that y'all need to know about. Okay, if you guys don't know this, if you really love creators that give good information, creators that give you information to help you like improve your life, know what's going on with world affairs, make money, build your followers, stuff like that, it is very important that you tap the screen, you share the live, and that you give comments. Okay, the engagement, they want the engagement up in these streets. They have straight up told us this. Okay, so if you really fool with me, why is there two of me back here? Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Okay, I guess it's cool. I had to move the second me from backstage. Um, Tahana, thank you so much for sharing the live. If you cool with me and you fool with me, you will share, you will tap the screen, and you will drop comments. Okay, and all those things are free. Free 99. Everybody say free 99. Now, something that is not free 99, but just about. Well, actually, let's start with something else that is free 99. So a lot of y'all told me I was on yesterday and y'all were saying that you text me, and anyway the link took you to a 404 page. That was my fault because I put a timer on the page and I forgot to turn the timer off. Well, not turn the timer off, to remove the timer from the page. So anyway, long story long, I took the timer off of the page works. Okay, now I am going to send an email to you guys. It'll be after I finish with this live stream. So sometime this evening, and inside of the email, you're going to have the 3 marketing plans that you were supposed to get if you sent me a text earlier this week. Okay. So, well, you know what? I'm going to have to shoot the link to some of y'all because you never put your name and your email in, so I don't have your email. So either way, long story long, you're going to get a link tonight so that way you can get the free marketing plans. Okay, that's that. The next piece of housekeeping that you guys need to know about, if you're trying to get into my membership, Monetization Nation, that is a membership specifically for small business owners and content creators, that is a membership that normally costs $297 a month. But today until 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, it's on sale for $97, okay? This particular membership is going to help you with your posting because a lot of y'all don't know what to post. It's going to help you like learn how to brand online. It's going to help you with your marketing online. It's also going to help you get your business structure correct because a lot of y'all's business structure is not structured properly, and that's why you're having trouble getting funding for your businesses. This training, this membership is also going to include several trainings. So there's a lot of like workshops and webinars that I do. And so that will be there. And this particular membership has a lot of marketing plans. So you can go through and find the marketing plan that you like or the marketing plan that you want to use so that you can continue to build up your business. All right. So long story long, if you know you need help with all of that and you don't have thousands of dollars, because that's what other people charge to help you with those sorts of types of things, then we can do it for you. Okay. We can help you with that. So it's only $97, like I said, until 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time today. And so if you want the discounted link, all you got to do is send me a DM. Okay. Shoot me a DM. You don't even have to leave the live stream and you can get the information. Okay. Blink, blink, blink. Next thing next, if you're just getting here, I need everybody tapping the screen and sharing the live. We got to get to our first 10,000 taps and our first 50 shares. Y'all are doing great on the shares. We're at 26. Okay. And don't just share with anyone, share with one of your biz besties, okay? Share with someone that you know needs this information. Share with someone who is trying to grow their followers. Share with someone that's trying to get more sales. Share with someone that's trying to grow their income. Share with somebody that's trying to get a brand deal. Share with somebody that's trying to get thousands of new followers. Share with somebody that's trying to get on and work with companies. That's who I need you guys to share with. Blinky, blink, blink, blink. Okay? You're trying to grow, well, you're in the right place, baby doll. You are in the right place. Okay, so I'm excited for those of you that don't know. And while we're waiting to get to our 10,000 taps and our 50 shares, I'm going to give you guys a little recap. Are y'all okay with that, with the recap? So basically, for the past 2 weeks, we have been talking about the three phases of like the three phases on social media, right? And more specifically, conversion. What did you say to DM me for? If you want the discount link so that you can get into Monetization Nation for only $97 instead of $297, shoot me a DM. That's who the DMs are for. Now, and if you want to like do like a social media audit or something like that, and you want to work with me, you can send me a DM as well, and we can figure out how to get you, the right thing, what you need. But basically, there are three phases to conversion. Hold on, because I got a visual aid. Y'all watch this. Look at me being prepared. I tickle myself when I get myself together. Okay, I'll be like, ooh, look at me. I'll be like, I'm together today. I'm stunning. Oh, you're so sweet, Tammy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let me see if it's down here. Bam. Hey, too much sauce. Hold on. Let me get y'all. Because I want to make sure that y'all got the graphic over here on the Tickety Talk too. Okay. So some of you guys are just getting here, and yes, you have missed a lot, but it's okay. Hey, Glorious Locks. Thank you, boo. Y'all missed a lot, but it's okay because you're still going to get a lot from being here today and this week. Okay. So when we're trying to convert, aka we're trying to get someone to like join our community, get on our list, we're trying to make a sale out here in these social media streets, there are three phases. There's attention, interest, and action. That's how it goes. Phase one is attention, and we covered all of that the week before last. Last week we were focused on interest. That's why I was telling you guys how you get thousands of followers to like actually look at you, to follow you, people to start sliding into your DMs, to purchase from you. And so this week we're going to be focused on the action, which is how do we get people to actually comment? How do we get people to share, to save, and to purchase? Okay, because we need that million. Blink, blink, blink. So, so anywho, this is where we are this week. We're on the action portion. Okay, we need the conversion. We need the million. That's what we need in these streets. So, all right, if you know you need help with that, then you're in the right place. Okay, if you know you need that, you want that. Okay, you are in the right place today. And please make sure you are sharing and inviting other people to the stream. Okay, and let's see, can this be used for home care? Yeah, this is the thing. If you're getting here, what I specialize in is helping people use digital and social media to push traffic, customers, and leads to their companies. I also help you, like if you're brand new, like you have a concept or idea and we need to put it into a package so that you can make money with it. I'm good at that. I help people get brand deals. Okay. I help people build out their automated systems. That's what I do. If you have a business and your business is kind of flatline and we need to make more revenue and we need to make more profit, that's what I help people do. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Ashley Ann. I'm a public speaker. I'm an award-winning luxury event designer. Most importantly to y'all though, I'm a business builder. I am a two-time Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, all before the age of 40. Okay. I have a bachelor's in finance. I have a master's in business. I also have a doctoral. I am a TEDx speaker. You can, like, I'm actually Googleable in real life. So I've been featured in Inc. 500, Entrepreneur, Forbes, CNN, Money, Yahoo, and Yahoo Finance. I've been in Stan, been a bunch of stuff, a bunch of publications. I speak at a bunch of colleges and universities. People bring me into a bunch of like podcasts and educational platforms and stuff like that because I'm really good at making money. So I love helping you. I love helping people get paid to do things that they like to do. Because honestly, if you're making income, okay, and you're making money and you don't have to worry about how you're going to keep a roof over your head, you don't have to worry about how you're going to pay your car note, you don't have to worry about how you're going to put groceries in your refrigerator. If you actually have financial stability, and some of you guys working towards financial freedom, well then it does allow you to be a better spouse, it does allow you to be a better parent, it does allow you to be a better friend, it does allow you to really figure out your purpose and why you're here on the planet Earth. It does really allow you to explore like your hobbies, or to be able to learn more about things that make you happy, right? Because you are in a position where you don't have to cover your basic needs. And typically when people's money is not funny, they're normally in better moods. So, hey, Rose Goddess Queen. So, literally, I understand this. And so, I am here to help people to get paid doing things that they like to do. Also, as an adult, do y'all realize that you spend a third of your waking hours, for some people, two-thirds of the hours that they're awake working? So, you absolutely should be doing something that you like to do, if at all possible. Now, I know sometimes in life we got to do things we don't want to do, but think about it. I want y'all to think about it. You wake up in the morning. I want you to think about what time you go to bed. Now, I want you to think about, if you work a traditional 9 to 5, that's 8 of your hours that you're awake, that you are working. Most of y'all sleep 8 hours a day, right? So that only leaves you 16. That means 16 hours that you're awake. You're spending half of them. You're spending half of them working. Shouldn't you be doing something that you like to do? Shouldn't you find a way that while you're on the planet Earth, you can get paid to do something that you actually like to do, to get paid to do something that you actually enjoy? Doesn't that make sense? That's very logical. So that's what I do. That's what I do. I help people in that process. And I help people through systems. I help people through automation. I help them through structures. I help you guys through learning business math, learning how to do your reports, and more importantly, how to market and package and message yourself so that you're able to make money, so that you're able to get your followers, so that you're able to get your brand deals, so that you're able to create your products and your services and your offers and all of that. That's what I do. So welcome if it's your first time here. But y'all tap the screen, get us to 10,000 so we can get started. I always have to have at least 10,000 likes and 50 shares before we can get started with content. And for those of you that are new here, thank you, Mimi. Once we get into content, we'll complete it, and then I'll do a Q&A at the end, and you can pull up and you can ask me your questions, okay? Y'all, I keep turning my air off, and it keeps turning back on. And normally, I'm not a cold person, but it's so cold. Like, I keep turning it off, and then it pops back on. It's just doing what it wants to do. It's really disrespecting me on the cool. I feel some type of way about the Nets, but I'm not gonna get into that. Hey, I officiate. Hey, One Real Shell, welcome to the kingdom. Hey, King Tax Services. I ain't gonna get into that, but yeah, let me tell y'all this. Okay, I'm not gonna go off on a tangent while y'all are tapping the screen. I don't know who else in here has a Nest. But first of all, I did not ask for it. Okay. I had to get one of my air conditioners serviced, and they brought in a new unit and redid like some piping and the whole shebang. And they put in the Nest on the main floor. I was cool with a regular old thermostat that I got to get up and turn down. It doesn't bother me having to walk to the thermostat. Okay. The Nest, first of all, is nosy, and the Nest tries to take over. Okay, it works hard to tell you what temperature it thinks it should be in your house, whether you want that temperature or not. Okay, and I'd be like, pump your brakes, Nest, and don't mess around and be gone. And because it can't detect you in the house, oh, you'll come back and your house will be 120 degrees because it went into eco mode. Blink, blink, blink. Just out of order, out of hand, okay, out of control. So anyway, long story long, me and the Nest be beefing, okay? Me and the Nest be beefing. Anyway, I don't want to beef with y'all though. I want to help you make some money, y'all. Also, if you just popped in here, let me know that you're new. Let me know if you're new. For everybody else, y'all know it's two things that I want to see. Number one, I need y'all to say, "Hey, God, hey," because that's who gave me the gifts. Thank you, BBP Cakes. That's who gave me the gifts of business, hospitality, and beautification. And I've been able to use those things to make a crap load of money for myself. But more importantly, I've been able to help almost 900 of you guys hit six figures. And 182 of y'all have done $1 million in underneath a year. Okay. Blink, 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 blink. I'm very, very proud of that. Precious, thank you for the heart me. I also have 6 clients that currently earn over $10 million a year. I'm very, very proud of that. And they've done that for at least 3 years consecutively. Blink, 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 blink. For everybody else, I need y'all to put a ready, 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 ready. Let me see it roll through my comments. Okay. Yes, hey, God, hey. Y'all know somebody DM me the other day and they were like, I really enjoy your content and I like what you do, but it makes me uncomfortable that you push God. And I was like, me acknowledging God is not me pushing God. Like, but if you don't like it, you don't have to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still love you, whether you love the Lord or not, because the Lord loves you. But the fact that you like don't want me to say anything about God, and God is who gave me my gifts and talents, and God is the person who actually put it on my heart to get on here and teach for free, because lots of people don't have the money to be able to afford coaches. They don't have the money to afford extensive, leadership programs and product development services, and they don't have the money to be able to afford extensive sales and marketing training and education. I just thought that was so weird. Hey, Tex Abby. I thought that was so wild. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wait a minute. I was like, you're upset with me about saying, hey, God, hey, that's some wild stuff. But yet you want my information for the free 99. Crazy. Craziness, okay? Diabolical. But anyway, so long story long, you can believe what you want to believe, and you can do what you want to do, but I can believe what I believe too, and do what I want to do, and you can't stop me. Okay, just like that. Hey, just said, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So y'all already know. Well, maybe y'all don't know. Hey, Franklin, what's going on? So yesterday I went through and I told you guys basically how I'm picking up thousands of real followers every single week. And before that, I told you guys how to get unshadow banned. So if you guys missed yesterday, I'm going to give you, we're not going into deep detail because today we need to start focusing on conversion, but I'm going to give you a recap. Basically, you need to be posting 4 to 6 times a day. That's the easiest way to grow quickly on Instagram and TikTok. On Pinterest and Threads, you got to post a little bit more, but 4 to 6 times a day. You need to upgrade your lighting. You don't have to spend a ton of money on lighting, but the algorithm does need to see that your stream is well lit, and so that way it will pick you up and push your content. I also talked to you guys about using panels and live streams and socializing with the people that already have like your target audience, so that way when you post your content, it goes out to the right people. That's going to help you make sales and build followers as well. Let's see. Number 4, I talked to you guys about SEO. What? Oh, that's so pretty. Thank you for my butterflies, Nina. Those are beautiful. Thank you. We talked about SEO, and I showed you guys how to do your written SEO, your verbal SEO, and then how to do a visual SEO so that you get to the right people and your videos are categorized properly, because that's how you're going to get customers and traffic and people to join your community. And that's how you're even going to be able to get to a brand deal, because you're categorized appropriately. Let's see. We also talked about how you respond to your comments with videos and which comments to respond to, and then how you need to engage before you actually post. And then I did a couple of bonuses. And so, yeah. Oh, and we talked about hooks too. And then I gave you guys 7 hook formulas that you guys could start using instantaneously yesterday. Bada boom, bada bang. So now that brings us to today, where it's actually time to make some type of sale, okay? Because we need to make money. Now, I will say this: if you don't have if you're not doing a product, if you're not doing a service, if you're not doing affiliate marketing, and you strictly want to get paid from the creator fund, or you strictly want to get paid from like brand deals, okay, you still have to be able to collect this information, and you still have to lay out your content in this particular order, because when you're working with a company, especially for a brand deal, they're going to want the demographics of your audience. So you can't just send over a rate card and be like, oh, here's my rates, and expect those people to pay you. They have to make sure that your target audience is the ideal client for whatever their offer is. Does that make sense? And I just want y'all to process this, because a lot of times people will come into my streams and they go, well, I don't have a product, I don't have a service, I don't have a brick and mortar store. And so, does this information apply to me? Yes, it still applies to you. Okay. This is for anyone that wants to make money with their social media accounts. These are things that you have to do. These are things that you have to have in order. Whether you're selling your own stuff or you are promoting someone else's stuff, even through TikTok Shop, there still has to be some type of alignment in order for you to get paid. Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? If y'all are picking up what I'm putting down, give me the number 3 in the chat if y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. Okay. And by the way, if you just got here, instead of you paying thousands of dollars to me, you can pay me today through tapping the screen, dropping comments, and sharing. Okay. That's what you can do. All right. Now, first thing first, when we're on different platforms, we need to understand that, first of all, you can make money on any platform. That's number 1. But different platforms are going to push different types of content more. Okay. So like, for instance, Instagram and TikTok are very visual. So those of you that sell physical products, you're doing like affiliates, or you're endorsing physical products, you're going to do really, really well. if doesn't matter, it can be fashion, it can be art, it can be beauty, it can be food, it can be something to help you swim, it could be a lotion, a potion, anything like that. These apps just do well with things that are tangible. Thank you, Mrs. B. Now, not to say if you're a consultant that you won't do well on the platform, you will, right? But you're going to have to really work to build up the community, because the algorithm, like when you have something to sell and I can hold it up and say, hey, like this is my pen and it's sleek and it does this and that, and this is the pen of millionaires or whatever it is that I'm selling, the platform is set up to recognize, okay, an actual physical item, a tangible item, and to push it to people that have shown that they have the behavioral pattern to purchase. When you are a consultant and you have like an ebook, or you have a course or a workshop or a class, or you have masterminds or a membership, you can still get in front of those people, but you're going to have to work a bit harder to make sure you're building out your community on this type of platform. Does that make sense? But YouTube is the opposite. People that do services typically have a really easy time being able to convert on the tube. Not to say that if you sell physical products, you won't make money. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you like what's set up, what's set up to kind of give you an advantage in different places. Okay. Facebook, if you have a local business, a local service, you do anything that's e-commerce, or if you have things that are marketed towards an older demographic, they are going to do really well on Facebook, and you're going to have an easier time. So I'm hoping this gives some insight for some of you guys. You're like, oh, I'm really struggling on this one app, but on this other place, I'm making a ton of sales and it's easier. It's because different platforms are set up to push, right, different types of businesses and different types of content creators. If you are LinkedIn, B2B, coaching, consulting, professional services, and SaaS. Anybody that does any type of SaaS you're gonna have an easier time moving it on that platform. Again, you can move those products on any social media platform. You're just gonna have an easier time pushing it on LinkedIn. Okay. Pinterest, any of you guys that do like DIY, you do crafting, you do home decor, you do like tools and supplies, and believe it or not, digital products, you're going to do really, really well on Pinterest. Okay. Not to say that you can't hit a lick on the tube or you can't hit a lick on TikTok. You can and you will. But again, some of the platforms and some of the algorithms are designed to push certain things faster. Does that make sense? And so if you're on a platform where there's a particular advantage because of what you sell, you're going to have an easier time making money on that platform. Okay, now I'm about to say something, and I'm not saying this to be controversial. I just need y'all's eyes to be open. Hey, Lady T3, thank you for the heart me and for my popular votes. Y'all do like Lady T3. Right now, TikTok has told us, like when we're live streaming, the more of those popular votes y'all send instead of the roses, the more they will push us to the FYP page. Okay. So if you really love me, click the little pink box. If you're on the Clock app, look under exclusive, and that's where you'll see the popular votes. They're only 1 penny. So instead of sending me the little roses, send the popular votes. And every time y'all send one popular vote, TikTok will double it. They'll add one to it. So y'all send one and I get 2. Okay. Y'all send one and I get 2. Y'all send one and I get 2. Hey. Mrs. BB, thank you so much. Who just sent me a heart me? Charla, thank you for the heart me, baby doll. Nina, thank you for my popular votes. Okay. But is everybody picking up what I'm putting down? Tahana, thank you for the heart me, love. Thank you. Take off Tammy, thank you for my popular votes, love. Thank you. But does this making sense to everybody? Is everybody picking up what I'm putting down right now? Okay. And then on the tube, I know a lot of y'all want to send me super chats. They're trying to get like one of my old accounts that's attached to this account like back active. Hopefully we'll have it sorted out in the next few weeks and I'll be good to go. Okay. All right. Write notes. Well, look, if you in here, you got to take notes and you also got to work the comments now. Help me to help y'all. Help me to help y'all. That's for everybody. And people always tell me that sometimes y'all will send me pictures or videos of all the notes that you've taken from the stream. I'm happy you're taking notes, but we also want other people to be able to get the information. Okay. So take notes, but periodically, okay, even if you're just dropping a few emojis in the chat, okay, do it. The more my chat is rolling, the more TikTok is loving it. All right. Hey, I Dream Promotions. Hey, Her Next Era. Okay, so first thing first that we need to fix on all of your platforms is your bio. Everybody give me bio in the chat. That's the first thing that we're going to fix. Now, a lot of y'all do not realize what's happening with the average user, but typically if you are making interested commentary, if the host of that broadcast is having a lot of engagement and interaction with you, if you're on a panel and people like what you're saying, they're going to go to your page to see what you're about. And guess what? If they like what you're about, you're going to get a new follower. If they like what you're about, they could be a potential new lead or a new customer. So a lot of y'all are like wasting your bio space, and we need to be leveraging the bio. So the bio should be short and it should be directed at a specific group. You don't have to try and appease everyone, okay? So like you can, like, let's say your bio is for single moms, okay? Maybe you have single moms with time management or something like that, right? So you, right, if that's your niche, then that, like, your bio is going to call out that group. I help small business owners and I help content creators. So my bio calls out those groups of people, okay? Basically, who do you help and what do you help them with? The fibroid destroyer, I love that, feminine herbalist. And who do you help and what do you help them with? A lot of y'all's bios are very like self-centered. You're focused on yourself. I'm about to tell you this, and I mean this with all of the love in my heart. I'm telling you this because I love you, because I want you to win. Listen to your big cousin Ashley Ann. Don't nobody care about you except for your mama. Majority of people are inherently selfish, and so they care about what you can do for them, because people are coming up to them all day asking them for things. Okay. So when we go to your bio and you're like, I love God, I'm a great dancer, I'm a purveyor of prosecco or whatever little cutesy stuff that y'all think, and then you're like, why aren't I getting customers? Why am I not getting brand deals? Well, part of the reason is because when people are going to check out your page is about you instead of about them, and we need to add value. What do you do for other people, and what group of people do you do it for? Okay. Who do you do it for? What do you do for them, right? So, boom, if you come to my page, I'm going to say, I help small business owners and content creators make money. If I'm cooking, I may say cooking, content, I may say cooking, skincare, and business. I help you look cute and make money, right? I help you manage your time and make more money. Right? It's what are we doing for our community? Okay, everything. What are you offering into the world? What are you doing for those people? You're going to take you out there. Is what are you doing? What can people get from you? What's the value add? Okay, and just keep it simple. What do you do? Who do you do it for? Okay, that's the easiest way. Now, if you got some space in your third line, this is where you can start the process. Okay, in that little third section, that's where we can start the process of, inviting people into like our memberships or organizations or whatever our lead magnet is. Okay, our offer. So once you get your bio together, and y'all, let me be clear, you can change and update your bio as often as you like. There's no rule that says that once you set your bio, it has to be that way for the next decade or it has to be that way for the next quarter. Absolutely not. A lot of times, depending on what, like offers I'm going to be rolling out, I Dream Promotions. Thank you for sharing the live and for my popular vote. A lot of the times I'm looking at my promotions and I will shift my bio to make sense with my promotions. That's a lot of times what I focus on. Okay. So the next thing is we're going to get into your tree. Your tree is super important because 75 to 80% of people on social media, they're going to your tree instead of your website. And people like to argue with me about this. You can argue until you're blue in the face. You can argue until you've burnt up your vocal cords. You can argue until you run out of words in the dictionary. You can argue until you got to tag someone else in. You're not going to get me to change my stance on this. And people have been trying to get me to change my stance on this for years. Now, I need y'all to understand what I'm about to say, okay? I am really good at making money. Blink, blink, blink. I am better than 99% of the people on the population. I am better than 99% of people on the planet Earth at making money. And I'm not being braggadocious. That's the truth. No matter what planet, okay? No matter what country you put me in, I'm in the top 1% of earners. Blink, blink, blink. So the way that you know how to do whatever it is that you know how to do, if you know how to make makeup, if you know how to be a homemaker, if you know how to cut lawns, if you know how to esthetician a face, okay? If you know how to mentor children, if you know how y'all picking up what I'm putting down, whatever you're good at, I'm the equivalent of that when it comes to making money. Okay? And so stop worrying about your website. I know somebody is ready to cuss me out right now. When it comes to making money through your social media, your website is not important. And people get upset with me when I say this, but I'm telling the truth. Okay? Your tree is more important. Your cart is more important. Those are the two most important things. If you're in here and you're watching me right now and you're on a cell phone or a tablet, give me the number 1. If you're watching me from a laptop or a traditional CPU, give me the number 2. Watch this. Watch it. Number 1, if you're watching me on a tablet or a cell phone. Number 2, if you're on a laptop or a traditional CPU. Almost everybody in here is watching me on a mobile device, right? Guess what? When your customers and clients find you, they're also going to find you on a mobile device. They're not looking at a laptop. They're not looking at a computer. 99% of the small business owners or content creators that come to me, even people that are just getting started, y'all are like, my website, my website, my website. And I'm like, we're not worried about your website right now. But the people said I need a website, baby. That's the early 2000s. Blink, blink, blink. We halfway through the 2020s. In the early 2000s, like at the beginning of the .com, yeah, the website was important, but also the internet was decentralized. Now people get to one place, right? They pick their social media platform that they want to get on, and then they branch off from there. 75 to 80% of the people that find you are not going to find you through your website. They're going to find you through social media. I want y'all to think about this. A lot of times when y'all are looking for recommendations for something, will you or will you not make a post on social and say, hey, who knows a good roofer? When you go into a new city, are y'all not going to your TikToks and your YouTubes to search for where's the best place to visit? Where's the best hotel to stay? What's the best restaurant to go to? Where's the best tour guide, right? Where's the best campsite? What should I experience while I'm in this location, in this city or this state or this other country? Blink, blink, blink. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Your customers and clients are doing the same thing. So if they're looking for a cake baker in their city, They're looking for a boutique to buy clothes. Okay. They're looking for a restaurant to go to. They're looking for a spa to come and visit. They're looking for a dentist. I need a dentist. I need a dentist that does walk-ins. Okay. A lot of people are going to get on social media and they are going to look. So therefore, your link tree is more important than your website when it comes to making money. And I'm not telling you this what I think. I'm not telling you this based on theory. I have so much proven data and proven receipts from my clients getting to the bag to prove that what I am saying is accurate. It's unreal. One of the easiest ways to be able to build up your revenue and start making more money is to put some work into your tree. I'm literally in the process of updating my tree. Hopefully by like Saturday or Sunday, when y'all click the link in my bio, there'll be a whole new tree in there. Y'all be like, oh, because I update it periodically every so often. Okay. Now, your website typically has to load, and it takes more than 3 seconds for a website to load. A lot of y'all are losing potential customers, clients, brand deals, all of that because your old clunky website that is not mobile friendly is not loading fast enough. Blink, blink, blink. It's just not loading fast enough. Okay. Y'all, when the website loads, every picture, every word, every widget, every gidget, every Giphy, every musical note, it all has to load. By the time your website gets loaded, people are like, ugh, and they left. They're on to the next thing. But trees are optimized to be mobile friendly. So they pop up almost instantly. Okay. So you can build your own custom tree. You can use a program like Easy Tree. I do like Easy Tree, Echo Zebra Tree. That is a Black owned company. Okay. Thank you, E. Danielle, so much. Okay, that is a Black Easy Tree is a Black owned company. So, and they have extremely beautiful customizable pages. Okay, but that tree, first of all, makes it easy for people to process how to get to you. Okay, whether they're trying to work with you, whether they are trying to come to your store, whether they want to know a little bit more about you. Okay, they're going to be able to do that with the help of your tree. So when someone clicks that link and they can see your free 99, they can see your clearance products, they can see where they can shop with you, they can see how to join your membership or community, how to listen to your podcast, whatever you want. They do it from the tree, and the tree loads almost instantly. So if they're looking for something specific, okay, they just go down the tree and they're like, oh, I want to listen to the podcast. Boop, here it is. Oh, I want to buy that sweater. Here it is. Oh, I want the list or the link to the jewelry or the accessory she has on. Boom, here they are. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Your tree is what's going to help you make money faster than the website. It is very important that you get the tree together first. Once we get the tree together and the cart together and you're making sales, then you can put some money into the website. But I am telling y'all this, over 1 million people a year visit my tree. Blink, blink, blink. I probably only get from 10 to 15,000 per month that visit my website. That's a big difference. Almost 10 times more people visit my tree. I have in between 11 to 13,000 customers every single month. The majority of them are coming through my tree. Typically, people that are looking to work with me, like for high ticket, they may go to the website just because they're looking for more information about me. But the majority of y'all are on your phones or you're on your tablets, and so you're perusing through my tree. You click whatever you want to buy, and you instantly go to the checkout page. On a website, the whole website has to load. Then they have to click the menu bar. Then they have to make sure they're on the right page. Then they have to wait for everything on that page to load. Now they got to scroll down and look for your offer, whether it's a product, an ebook, a membership, whatever it is. They got to scroll down. Then they got to click on it. Now they got to wait for it to load so they can get all the details and the informations about it and read whatever it is. Then they got to try and add it to the cart, right? So they can check out. Then you got to click the cart so everything can populate so you can put in your name and your email and your debit card information or your PayPal or whatever it is. Most of y'all are using third-party sites. So now it's going to redirect them to finish completing the checkout in PayPal or in Stripe instead of it being right there on your page. That's a lot of steps, and you're losing a lot of customers compared to somebody that just has a tree. They click the link in the tree. They click the link. They tap the button in the tree. Boom, they go right to the page that has all the information they're looking for, whether it's to fill out a form, whether it's to actually purchase something, whether it's to listen to your podcast, whether it's to check out your portfolio. Boom, they're right there. And because they're right there and they're getting there fast, they're getting there quick, this increases the propensity of chances of you to make a sale. Does that make sense to everybody? And if you're working with a company or you're doing like a brand deal, well, now the brand can find out everything they need to find out about you, and they can go ahead and shoot you an email and say, hey, we want to work with you. Send us your rate card. Blinkety, blink, blink, blink. Make sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? So your tree is more important than your website. And people like to try and argue with me about this, but if it comes down to you making money online, the tree is what's more important. Even if you're doing affiliate marketing and you have like your favorite products or your favorite services that are listed, people still prefer to go to the tree and see the info. Blinkety, blink, blink, blink. Okay, next, we want quality visuals. Now, this right here is where people start sliding down the wall. And I try and explain this to people the best that I can, but your audience determines what's quality, not really you. If your audience wants to see you in the car with your pad light and that's how they want to consume the content from you, then that's what that is. If your audience wants premium content with, premium shots and edits and, good lighting and reels and, if you're emitting luxury, that's what it is. If your audience likes for you to drop content and they want a big title across the front or across the top, then that is what it is. Blink, blink, blink. Mother love, and thank you for the heart me, baby doll. That's what it is. Is everybody picking up what I'm putting down? So there's some general rules to content that you need to follow. But first, keep in mind, you're going to have to experiment if you don't know what your voice or what your tone is yet. Okay, so I will put out content. And once I know, like, my audience likes this, yeah, I'm going to keep making that particular type of content. But that doesn't mean I stop experimenting. So now I have this, and then I just continue to layer on top. Okay. So for instance, one, I can tell everybody this, you have to have images that your audience can relate to, or they have to be aspirational. It has to be relatable or it has to be aspirational. It's not an in-between. Okay. If they can relate to like the colors, the people, the scenery, the setup, the experience, we're good to go. If it's somewhere they aspire to be, they aspire to have a home like that. They aspire to vacation in that way. They aspire to drive that type of vehicle. They aspire, right? Like it has to be, they aspire to be that healthy. They aspire to have clear skin. What it has, right? So we want relatability or aspirational, and you can do a mix of the two. Okay, but you out here just finding random B-roll and throwing it out and you're wondering why it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work because your audience can't relate to it and they don't have a point of reference. So the first component of the quality content, it has to have either an aspirational factor or relatability factor. The second thing is you want to get very consistent in like the clarity of the images. And I know y'all like, what? Please, I go through y'all's pages all day. Some of y'all look like you're shooting from a potato. Okay, is grainy. It's dim. It looks foggy or smoky, like in the atmosphere, because y'all did not clean that lens. Okay, I don't know why so many of you guys are opposed to cleaning the lens. God dang it, clean your lens. Okay, that's one of the easiest things you can do. One of the best things you can do for yourself is to clean your lens. God dang it, some of y'all refuse to clean the lenses. Clean the lens. Okay, but we want some clarity, right? This is also where that lighting comes into play or gets handy, because there has to be some level of consistency to create the quality content. Okay, so you got lighting, you got like an actual clear, you're choosing clear images or you're recording clear images. Okay. Then you want to look at what's in the frame. So, like some people, they like to have a border around their frame. Some people like to take up the full frame. Some people like to shoot at 9 by 16. Some people like a 16 by 19. Some people like a 1 by 1. You're going to figure out like how you want, like when you're editing, what size frame you're going to be editing in, so you can start to build your content in that way. Does that make sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? And we want to get consistent, because people are going to, right? And this is even if you're changing up the flow, if you're changing up the trend, if you're changing up your background, that's fine, but there's just still some basic things that just kind of go across the board. Okay, also you want to look at the saturation. So this is going to have a lot to do with like how your color is coming through the screen. And again, you want the same type of treatment across the board. So it doesn't really matter like what color or what background, there's still the same level of quality to the content that you're putting out. We also want to try and be consistent with, if you're using, the imagery type. So like some of y'all have pages and everything's kind of like cartoonish. Do y'all remember she was trending, was it last year she was trending or the year before? Oh, I feel like her name was like Rebecca or something. Y'all know it was a woman and she basically would set very strong boundaries at work. And on the page, somebody had made kind of like these little stick figure cartoons, like kind of sort of, and they would reenact the situation that she was reading out. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Hey, RD, thank you for the heart me. Um, Geez, was it? Because I was surprised when I found out she was like a real person with an actual page. And there was a whole thing where the people were like taking her sounds and they were putting her voice over to these little like stick figure reenactments. Veronica, yes, that's her name, Veronica. I got her Rebecca. Yes, Veronica, that's her name, Veronica, right? So that whole page, part of the reason it blew up, because a lot of people could relate to those situations, right? With other employees or coworkers, they can relate to that type of environment in the office. They can relate to you having to train someone, but they don't want to give you the money to train that person. It was very relatable content, and they did it in the little stick figure, right? Cartoons or whatever. And so, what I'm saying about, you notice all of the posts on the page were like that. So some of you guys, you're literally struggling because like you're all over the place. And what I'm telling you is you need to pick, what it's gonna be. Like, are we gonna be face to camera? Are we doing humans? Are we doing B-roll with voiceovers? Are we doing like scenery from across the world? Am I doing like amazing travel spots and aerial shots? That's what I'm saying. Like you want to pick like some type of like style, so that way you can be consistent in that way. Thank you, Cashmere. Thank you so much. Blink, blink, blink. But does that make sense? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? And by the way, if you're just getting here, my name is Ashley Ann, and I'm a public speaker, and I help people make money with their social media accounts. And I've helped 182 people make $1 million in less than a year. And I have almost 900 clients that have hit six figures, and I have 6 that earn over $10 million a year. So, long story long, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to online monetization. And it doesn't matter if you're selling products, if you're selling services, it doesn't matter if you don't have a product or a service and you're trying to make money online. I can help. You're in the right place. So, make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. And then also, I have a membership that is just for small business owners and content creators, and it's on sale until 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time today for only $97. So if you're enjoying my content, if things are making sense to you when you're coming to the trainings, I would highly encourage you to join Monetization Nation. Okay, all you got to do is click that little notice to send me a DM, and when I get off of the live stream, I will send you over a link so you can get the special sale price at $97. Blinkety blink, blink, blink. Okay, how about that? Boom, boom, boom. Let's continue on though. Next, you need to get consistent fund. Is the payment only via PayPal? No, you can do PayPal, you can do credit, you can do debit, do whatever makes you feel good. You know what? I think we did switch it. I'm lying to you, Steph. It is PayPal. We switched it because I'm using Stand Store for. Thank you, Aunt Jackie. We switched it last week because I decided I want to use Stand Store for that membership. Because we're going to transition over, and I think we're going to have a Stand Store membership and a Discord. Part of Monetization Nation, you guys get access to a private Facebook group, but I don't like the fact that if I post something in Facebook, all of y'all don't get the notice. So like if I have a brand new marketing plan I want to put in there, or I have a brand new guide, or like there's like a quiz that we have inside of there, and I'm like, hey y'all, there's a new assessment quiz in here. Everybody doesn't see it, and I don't like that. So I've been going back and forth with what I wanted to do. So we'll have the membership and Stand Store, and we'll have the Discord because everybody doesn't have Discord. So yes, that's what it's going to be, baby doll. But even if it's PayPal, you can still use your credit card or debit card whenever you check out there. But yeah, you're sure right. I forgot. Yeah, I made that decision last week because we're going to start building our membership portal inside of Stand. With the Discord. Y'all will still have the big Monetization Nation dashboard though that everybody gets on the website. Y'all will still have that, but we can't chit chat back and forth on the dashboard. The dashboard is just so you get like your courses, your classes, see the schedule of when the live trainings are going to be. I put my crypto coins that I'm invested in up there on the dashboard, stuff like that. So anywho, back to consistency. Okay. You also need to have a consistent font. I know y'all like, what? Okay, I want you to think about your social media page, whether it's your FYP or your timeline. I want you to think about it like a magazine, especially if you do a lot of written hooks. A lot of times when people's brains are looking at your page, if there are too many different fonts and too many different texts at one time, it kind of confuses people's brains and it makes it more challenging for them to figure out exactly what your page is about or the point of the page, and they will scram, they will skedaddle. Okay? They'll get right on down. Okay. And we don't want them to get down. We want them to stay. We want them to hang out with us. So I typically tell people to pick 2 headline fonts, and then you're going to pick 3 sub fonts. And that gives you plenty of combinations, but it keeps your page looking consistent. So that way it's easy for someone to decipher or determine what's going on in your account within a few seconds. Okay. So this is, again, a part of like the consistency with your content. Also, when we're looking at the exposure, you want to try and technically your exposure on your lens, if you're recording objects, people, or even recording yourself on the camera, technically it's not always going to be the same because different environments have different lighting, but you're going to try your best to get your exposure to be as consistent as possible. So normally on my lens, what I've switched to, my exposure is somewhere in between like a 1.4 and a 1.6. And that keeps like a same, like consistent flow, a same consistent look all the time when we're putting out content. I know y'all think that it doesn't matter, but it does. Okay. It absolutely 100% emphatically does. Okay. So when you're consistent in those particular areas, now you don't have to necessarily be like, oh, well, my brand colors are, my brand colors are black and silver, so everything has to be black and silver. No, everything doesn't have to be black and silver because your brand colors are black and silver. But there's a consistent feeling that people should be getting from your brand. And so the font helps with that, the imagery choice, right? The exposure, the saturation, the type, like how the environments that you're choosing are set up, and the clarity of the lens is going to help with all of that so that people are getting the same feeling. Your branding is more about the feeling that people are getting from having interactions with your company more so than the logo and the colors. And a lot of people make that mistake, and it hurts you with sales, right? So like if you sell high ticket items, your page should look high ticket. It should look high end. Like if you're out here trying to sell, let's say you have a high ticket program and you're a coach and your high ticket program is in between $12,000 and $15,000. But when I go to your page looks very Kmart special. It's dirty, it's grainy, it's all kinds of different fonts and flyers and squares and circles and shapes. The lens lighting is different all the time. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no consistent quality on that page. And then you're like, when y'all come to me and y'all are like, Ashley Ann, like I'm struggling getting people into the program. Well, what you're emitting to people doesn't necessarily emit like high end or high ticket. Blink, blink, blink. That this is a real thing. And so y'all, like, nobody's telling y'all this, but I'm telling y'all the truth because I want you to win. So if you're like you own a salon or a spa, you better be put together when you get on the camera. And I don't mean like you have to be put together like dressed to the nines in a pair of heels, because a lot of people that run spas, they dress in like yoga pants or sweats, or sometimes they wear scrubs and stuff like that inside of the spa. But your eyebrows better be nice and groomed. You know what I'm saying? Your face better look like it's washed and moisturized. Don't tell me you're an esthetician or you specialize in skincare and your face looks a mess. No, you're supposed to have amazing skin. You're supposed to have amazing skin, and you better get lighting that complements your skin. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Don't tell me you own a restaurant or you have a cookbook and you want us to buy it, and every time we film or see you, your kitchen is filthy or dirty. I'm not going to buy your cookbook, and I'm definitely not coming to your restaurant. Y'all picking up what I know? It sounds, I know some of y'all like, ain't no way. I'm telling you the way people think and what's happening subconsciously. So whatever it is that we're trying to get people to buy into, you have to make sure that the page is also communicating that. And so one of the easiest things to do, I recommend, is at least once a month you have a B-roll day. And on your B-roll day, you get like little video clips of simple or ordinary things. Thank you for the heart, me, Camille. And also on your B-roll day, you take pictures. So like for instance, um, there's I needed a picture like just on my cover to kind of be like in a pink tone. And I ate a bowl of watermelon the other day, and I made sure to get a really, really good picture of the watermelon because I'll be able to use that as a cover on my page. Because my page is pretty much like food, skincare, and my page is pretty much food, cooking, skincare, and making money, right? So literally there's a certain like imagery that I want with my food, my plants, my lighting, the laptop when I'm working, all of that. And if it doesn't fit into that, then I'm not going to use it. Well, we all know on a daily basis, everybody gets busy. Everybody has different things that pop up. Everybody has different things that are happening from day to day, right? And so to combat this, if you have one day during the month where you've taken a bunch of different pictures, you've taken a lot of different video clips, like B-roll of things, or if you don't want to do it yourself, you can source them online. Well, now you have plenty of covers, so that way the page or the framework has, right, a very cohesive look. And you have plenty of, like, when you need to do those quick 2-1 posts that we talked about yesterday, you got plenty of the 5 to 8 second posts so that you can get that content up. And you don't have to worry about your page looking out of order or out of brand or out of alignment, because you're still able to stay consistent with everything else. Thank you for the heartbeat, Shelly. Thank you. Does that make sense? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So y'all picking up what I'm putting down? If y'all picking up what I'm putting down, let me know. Put a crown in the chat. Okay, put a crown in the chat if y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Hey Vic, what's going on? So, okay, I want to get into some content that actually helps you convert with clients and customers. And I also want to talk about some collaborations. Um, I'm looking at the clock because we need to do Q&A as well. So I think we're gonna stop right here and we're gonna get into Q&A. And then tomorrow we can start talking about specific content that gives you like a customer or a client. I make you think of Myron Golden. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Myron is very wise. I appreciate that. But does that make sense? Is everybody picking up what I'm putting down? Like these are important things, and these are things that people are not telling y'all when we get into social media land, and we're saying we're on the quest, that we want to make money. Okay, we got baby, we got to get it on in on a regular basis. Okay, if we're saying I'm serious and I want to make money with my page, like I said, whether it's you selling your own products or services, whether it's you trying to drive people into your locations, it doesn't matter. Okay, whether it's you trying to get a brand deal, these are just like general rules that come through with accounts that make good amounts of money. And by the way, if this information is helping y'all, if it made light bulbs click on in your brain and you want more of this, come into my Monetization Nation membership. It's on sale tonight for only $97. All you have to do is send me a DM and I will shoot you a link so you can get the discount and you can sign up, honey, for the low, low. Okay. You can get a Monetization Nation and we can get some on together. That's what we can do. Blinkety blink, blink, blink. Okay. Now let me open up the question queue so we can do Q&A because we did cover a lot today. We covered a lot. And I don't want to give y'all too much too fast because then y'all going to be like, oh, it's too much. I'm overwhelmed. And I don't want you to be overwhelmed. I want you to be empowered. I want you to know that you can do this. And you can. A lot of it is this, you need to put some thought into it, right? And then a lot of it having the support system. So being somewhere like Monetization Nation is going to give you the support that you need. And when you get stuck, you'll have someone that you can ask questions to. You can say, look at my page. tell me what I need to put here. Okay. Let me drop the link. Hold on. Drop that link. Boom. Okay, let me pin it. Okay, if you're trying to come backstage, I just dropped the link over here on the tube. Just join in, love my aesthetic. Thanks for sharing info and motivation. Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, y'all, let me open up the queue over here. So if y'all got questions, y'all can request up. Okay, boom. It should be open now. So if y'all got a question, request up, and you should be able to request up. Um, can get a tree store if you don't have 1,000 followers on TikTok. They do want you to have 1,000 before you hit the link. But if you follow the posting plan that I gave to y'all yesterday, you'll get to your 1,000 followers in like a week. Thank you, Shelly. Like I'm not even being dramatic. If you're posting 4 times a day, the 4 to 6 times a day, and you're using the SEO and you're using the framework that I gave y'all yesterday and the day before, you're gonna hit your 1,000 followers in less than a week. I think I did. What did it tell me, y'all? Like when I was like, once I figured out what I was gonna do on this app, I hit 1,000 followers in like 3 days. It didn't even take me a week. You can hit 1,000 followers relatively quickly, but you gotta be pushing the content out to do it. uh Easy Tree. LTK is only going to be for people that do affiliate marketing. Now if you do affiliate marketing, go with LTK, and remember you have to get approved for LTK. LTK doesn't give everybody accounts. Is Monetization Nation a monthly fee? Yes, it's a month to month for Monetization Nation. Do you have a posting plan in your uploaded vids? They get brand new posting schedules in Monetization Nation constantly. We put new ones in there constantly, so they have tons of them. They have tons of them, like posting cycles as far as what to post. Hmm. Yep, that's a regular thing. And then whenever people do one-to-one sessions with me, like they do social media audits, then I put together custom posting cycles just for them and for their brand and for their audience. Will there be a replay in Monetization Nation? Yeah. hmm Normally, when you look up at the top, it'll show like recent live streams, and you can click right there and watch the replay, and then you can go into the vault and you can get access to like over 1,000 of them. hmm The purple and gold is royalty. I guess I do have a little purple on today. I sure do. Uh, I sure do. I was thinking more about like the violet dominant in here and the pink, but yes, there is absolutely purple. All these little vines are outlined in purple. For sure, for sure. There's a you said this is effective. It is. It works really, really well. Um, you see, I am here to be a game changer. Hold on, let me give y'all. Let's see. Hold on. Which one did we do the other day? Um. Oh no, this is for the paid clients that we did this for. So I will post. I'll drop. Y'all just watch my page tonight, and I will drop a piece of content on the Clock app, and it'll give you a sample posting cycle for the week. So that way, y'all can use that. And more specifically, it's like content that actually is going to get you followers because there's specific type of content that gets you followers. And then there's another type of content that builds the relationship you have with your followers and it converts them over into a sale. And they're different for sure, for sure. A lot of y'all are trying to post like you're already there and you gotta get out here and work a bit. And that's the nicest way I can say it because I don't, I sometimes I'm very direct, and sometimes people don't know how to take me because I'm direct. But I'm direct because I want you to do well. I want you to win. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. A lot of people lie to y'all, and it feels good when they're lying to you, but you're not getting the results that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So like some of y'all think that you're like some of these content creators they have millions of followers already. You know what I mean? They have put in the work. Okay, they got 3 million, 4 million. They could get on here and post their eyelashes, and people are gonna watch it. Some of these people have 10, 12 million followers. It does not matter what they post. They're gonna have an audience because they've already worked hard to build in that community. And some of y'all have like 600 followers, and you're trying to post like someone that has 10 million followers. And if you go back to the beginning with that person that has those 10 million followers or 20 million followers or 105 million followers, they did not post back then the way that they do now. And so because you got to get awareness, you got to get your face out there, you got to get your name out there, you got to get your voice out there, you got to get the brand out there. And when you're first starting and you don't have like a really huge base of people, I'm sorry, you do have to have some structure when you post. um Happy Monday. You do gotta pose. Like you have to have some structure, you have to have some strategy and a plan. Now, somebody that gets 10 million followers or 7 million followers, they can post whatever they want to post because they have so many people in their community. Whenever they're posting about, vacuuming the floor, when they're posting because they want to light a candle and bake some pretzels, they can do it, and people are gonna suck that content down because they already have the base and they already have the audience. And those people can get away too. Some of them only post, some of them don't even post once a day. Some of them post once and twice a week, right? They already paid their dues, they built up the community. Y'all are on here with a whopping 323 followers and thinking that you don't need a structure and a strategy to post and that you don't have to do awareness content. And that's just crazy. That's not how it works. You will notice people that have pages that are growing quickly, they're posting 4 to 6 times a day. Start paying attention to people that you see them pick up like 100,000, 200,000 followers faithfully every year on these apps. Some of these people that are picking up, 100,000, 200,000 new people a month, start paying attention. Start paying. I know a lot of y'all love Jackie. Anna, I love Jackie too. I think Jackie is great. Even with Jackie, you will notice that she even posts 3 or 4 times a day on the Clock app. and she has millions of followers already. And she she is even posting on a regular basis. You said I got from 8K to 20K using your content guidance. Thank you, Shelly. Yeah, like it just is what it is. Like a lot of y'all are acting as if you're Beyonce and you're not Beyonce. And I'm not saying that to say that you're not like important or meaningful in life, but you don't have the base, you don't have the audience yet. I said Ina Asamoah. Asamoah. I said the wrong last name. She's married now. Her and her husband. But yeah, she's a content creator. She does beauty. She does lifestyle. She focuses a lot more on like cleaning and organization and beauty here on like TikTok. A lot of like home type stuff. She has like a fragrance line. She has candles, and she actually has like a body fragrance now that you can do. Yeah, and so, but like even if y'all look at her page and you see her TikTok grows like on a regular basis, it and she already has an audience, and she still even manages to get 3 or 4 posts out per day. Go pay attention to her pages. She doesn't go long stints without posting unless she announces to the audience that she's like taking a break. But when she like left YouTube and started developing like over here on the Clock app, like even now she puts in work. Just go down her page and look at the timestamps of when she's posting. Go you said just started following. I was like, I like what I hear. Oh, thank you. How do I start with you to better myself? Send me a DM, babe. Send me a DM. Let's see. Is it pinned? Do y'all see the little notice to send me a DM? Boom. There we go. Send me a DM, Elizabeth. Just like that. You good to go. It was there when I you gotta manually unpin it and pin it. It doesn't stay when you pin it, but after it disappears, you have to go and unpin it and then manually pin it so it pops back up. So hopefully they'll get it. They get it fixed. Right, it's a new feature, so like it's really really cute though, and it's really cool. And I like the fact that people can send you a DM and they never ever have to leave your live stream to send you a DM, which is really dope. So anyway, but does that make sense to y'all when I say that, like not in a disrespectful manner, but y'all are posting like y'all already have millions of people just waiting to see what you're gonna drop next, and you don't. You're gonna have them one day, if you keep at it and you really work on growing like the account and growing the page. But if you're out here in these streets and you're like, I'm fabulous and I only post once a week. No, baby, the algorithm is gonna tag that behind too, because you're not putting up content consistently. They're going to punish you, and your content is not going to reach the audience that you want it to reach. Hey, Omega, thank you for the heart, me Caribbean media maven. Okay. But I hope that makes sense. I don't see any more questions. I don't see any more questions. Is that all our questions today? I don't see any more. So if that's all of the questions, y'all, I'm gonna get on down because one, I need to send out a text message to any of you guys that text me last week and you didn't get the freebie. That's my fault. Again, I updated the timer so we don't have that problem anymore. And the second thing I need to do is I need to get the replay of this formatted so I can send it out to everybody that's in the kingdom, and more specifically people that are on the list for like the live stream alerts, because I did not send out an email today to say that I was going live. So technically I owe it to them, and they need to have at least until midnight tonight to watch the replay. Because I just popped on and I was just like, oh, I was like, boom, I'm here. I got time. I was like, boom, I'm here. I got time. Let me go ahead and get this in. But I did not send out an email today to say, hey, I'm going live. So I need to, that's not fair to them. So I need to get the copy of this and send it to everybody that's on that particular list so that they can get, they can get a chance to view it. Okay. All right, you guys, if you enjoyed today's content, if you find it helpful, useful, informative, if it's helping you, to get some things sorted out in order, I would encourage you to send me a DM and I can get you the discounted link to Monetization Nation. You need to be in Monetization Nation. It is the best community for small business owners and for content creators. Monetization Nation is great if you are a beginner. Monetization Nation is going to help you with your marketing. It's going to help you with your branding. As many of you guys mentioned, they do get copies of the replays of the live trainings and the sessions there. Monetization Nation is also going to give you access to live trainers, live sessions, so that way whenever you have questions, we can answer them for you. Monetization Nation is also, going to help you get your business structure correct, because a lot of y'all's business structure ain't right. Blink, blink, blink. And some of y'all like, Ashley, I'm a content creator. I'm not a business owner. No, baby, you have a business, even if you're a content creator, especially if you paid attention to the big, beautiful bill. Your big cousin Ashley Ann has been talking to y'all about that. A lot of the things that they structured out here with this bill, it's not good for you to be in the gig economy anymore. It's not. You can't be out here be like, oh, this is my side hustle. No, you need to go ahead and legitimize it and make it an actual business and put it in the proper entity structure so you can get the tax benefits and you can hold on to your money. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. Is Monetization Nation a recurring investment? It's recurring, babe. It's recurring. We have a dashboard and we have the Facebook group as well. But the dashboard is where you'll find information about your calls, trainings, marketing materials, plans, PDFs, guides, workbooks. All that stuff is going to be on the dashboard. You said you're in the Caribbean and the bill is affecting you. Baby, that bill is affecting everybody. That bill is affecting everybody, okay? Yeah, everybody. It's affecting everybody, for sure, for sure. But yeah, anyway, y'all, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day. If it's evening time, get yourself a good night's rest. Y'all, please remember to wash your hands with soap and water. Hand sanitizer does not fix everything. Hey, Anticar Beauty, thank you for the heart, man. You need soap and water. Soap, and water. Also, this week, we should have everything up for the laptop giveaway that we talked about. So we're going to do the laptop and we're going to do the promotion package so we can get that done. Thank you, Mrs. Rich, for my cake. Thank you for my Sparkle Love cake. All right, everybody. Y'all have a good day.